up? What up? All right, y'all. Here we go. Today I questioned if I was still in the red or not. Today felt green for a little while, and it was a beautiful thing. There was about a week. Was it last week? No, it was the week before last. Yeah, before I was in the red here. Yeah, it was the week before I started this. When I thought I was in the green, but sometimes you get tricked. The bear tricks you, right? You don't mess with the bear. The bear sets the rules. It wants to trick you, it tricks you. Okay? And if you know, you know. Alright, so overall though, today was great. I think today was the best day yet. I still did have headache. Yeah, I'm going to keep it at 7.5 because I think it's better than my 7 day. But not by a lot. I mean, my headache was still there. It's still there. It was just kind of dull. And I don't know, it was weird. I think my headache was lower than it has been though. It was kind of weird this morning though. Yeah, I'm not going to go quite so low on that, but I'm going to go 4.5. Because I think it was as low as I've had it. Which on the 4th, I had it at 4.5. I think it's probably about that. Okay, my sleep wasn't bad. I kept waking up early again. I keep having these I wake up and I'm panicking because the alarm's going off in my head, you know? So for me to get a 0 on headache, I would have to wake up without that. And that's, man, that's hitting hard. When in the mornings, it's rough. Okay, so sleep. Yeah. It was an 8 though. No, 7.5. I'm doing a lot of 0.5s lately. It's because I'm indecisive. It's probably a psychological thing with being indecisive. Put a 0.5, you'll feel better. Alright, so my diet though, my diet was good. I did not eat out. Well, I ate gym food, but they got a list of ingredients. But it's not a 10 though. A 10, only grass-fed beef. And I'm pretty sure this was not grass-fed whatsoever. Okay, but it was good though. Tasted good. Exercise. My exercise was pretty good as well. I'm gonna give that an 8.5. Emotional. Yeah. I think we're staying steady on that. A little higher maybe. Environmental. Yeah. I'm gonna call it a 7. I wasn't stressing about things too much. I didn't track calories though. I'm gonna keep my goal at working towards the perfect diet score because I remember I said yesterday I'm gonna dial in the calories eventually. I ate a little bit more today though. So just based on, eyeballing it from what I've been doing lately, I'm going to say 2,500. But I know I got to work on that. All right, neurofeedback I would have tomorrow, but I won't tomorrow. Have a dentist appointment to look at the teeth situation. All right. Actually, no. Didn't think about that even today. Huh. once again, got much better after exercise. And I was able to get things done right away after I worked out. Got a lot done. That was awesome. Okay, my goals. All right. On diet. Continue bettering. I thought about eating a little snack tonight too and having some more sugar, but I said no. Bettering the diet score and try to incorporate calorie counter into the day. Yeah, I'll try. It's a weakness for me. But here we go, elimination diet. I feel like right away, look at my diet. It was a little... When my diet was better, I had a 10 that day. And I remember I felt much better. Like I was feeling terrible earlier that day. And I fasted. And then didn't eat crap. Like I didn't... When you don't eat, you can't eat bad food. And felt much better. Like what did I put in the notes here? Seemed to have impacted me positively. We'll continue to test in the future. I mean, it helped that day. I remember that. And then my diet after that was an 8. And I was a 7 the next day overall. And my headache was down to a 4. 4.5, 4. It was pretty low. And then my diet went a little wonky there. 5.5, 7.5. And my overall scores dropped. And my headache was mid-range because I was feeling better after the gym and after working out. But today was the best I've felt since we started. And look at my diet. It's just been 8, 9, 9. I don't think I necessarily have to be a 10, but I think that correlates. I mean, I've always connected that in my head. Every time I feel like crap, I'm like, well, what did I eat yesterday? And there's always something where I'm like, yeah, I didn't think that would do it, but I mean, I did have that chocolate at night or whatever. And chocolate has caffeine in it, which I'm really, really sensitive to. So even that tiny little bit from chocolate, cacao, whatever, decaf coffee, it affects me. So what I'm getting at with the elimination diet, though, is like there's already a correlation with taking foods away. And then I'm not doing that much different right now with these 8, 9, 9 days. I'm just not eating the snacks. You know, I had Chipotle. That's why it was a 9 yesterday. Otherwise, it would have been a 10. And if I just didn't eat that, then it would have been a 10. And so the elimination diet, I mean, the mindset of that, I talk about it all the time and people don't want to hear it because it's a pain in the ass. And I get that. But honestly, it's the mindset of it. It might not be changing up your diet. It might just be taking some things away. You know, one thing I've learned from all these people who are experimenting with fasting and all these people who talk on the internet and, you know, people say you got to intermittent fast or you got to go on these long fasts and whatever. You know, one thing I've learned for sure is that humans will, I mean, food is everywhere in America, right? Like there's some people going hungry, but it's few and far between people in America these days. I mean, you can find food. And we're talking about, obviously there's people on the street that are struggling with that. But for the most part, food is everywhere. It's abundant. And we can skip food every once in a while. So taking foods away and testing with that is an easier, cheaper, I mean, it's free. You're going to save money, matter of fact. Way to try, to test things out. So when you're doing that elimination diet, if you know that you're not going to go all gung-ho about it and like eliminate everything out of your diet that could be a possible trigger and go for 6 weeks and make it this whole stressful thing. If you know you're not going to go through with all that and be really diligent about it, then try just taking a few things away, or like whatever you like feeling guilty about, just go without it for a little while. It's not forever, but it might help you feel better forever for the rest of your life. It's worth it. I have this chocolate addiction. I grew up eating chocolate. I love it. I loved chocolate milk when I was a kid. I don't eat it anymore. Why? Because it's a huge trigger for me. And I know that. It's not worth it to feel like crap. Especially when it's like one night of messing around eating wrong could lead me down this spiraling, red square pathway where every day's red. Who knows what it is? I'm testing things out. And those are the elimination diet's so easy and free to do. I know if you're doing this whole big elimination diet, you're going to spend more on certain foods because you're buying better foods, better quality. And you're going to, maybe you got to go to Whole Foods instead of King Soopers or whatever your store is. But you can just not buy the candy for a day or for a week or for 6 weeks even. Try it out. Sometimes it's not about what magic food you can eat, like trying to eat superfoods and stuff like this to try and solve your problems. It's probably something that you need to take away. And that's the thing that's the hard truth sometimes, is that we don't want to lose our crutches in life. That's a big lesson I had to learn through these headaches, is that crutches are not good. And we have a lot of them. I started peeling away lots of layers of crutches for a long time. At first it was the drinking and smoking weed, smoking cigarettes. I had all these different crutches I was just relying on all day to make me feel better. Then I got rid of all those kind of drug ones, alcohol and cigarettes and all that. I got rid of those, and then it was the foods. And I started realizing, I was constantly looking forward to when I could eat, just the crap, the garbage I was eating to just feed my need for instant gratification through food. And it was a big lesson for me to learn when I realized that we don't need those, and those things are actually holding us back and might be detrimental to our health, to my health specifically. Like I was really looking for answers. And the elimination diet is the number one thing that has affected my life. Taking foods away. Getting rid of the crutches. So, I hope that hits home with you in some way, because it's huge. It's a mindset. You don't have to think elimination diet. Oh no, that's something I'll never do. Whatever. Just take something away for a while. Test it out. If you think it might be causing you some discomfort, get rid of it for 6 weeks and then try eating a bunch of it one day and see how you feel. That's all the elimination diet is. Don't overcomplicate it, but realize it is powerful, and you might feel night and day better just because you did that for the rest of your life. It changes lives. Anyways, all right. I hope y'all feel good, and I will see you tomorrow.